Good morning, grade 9. Today, let us continue our topic. Last class we saw what is osmosis, what is types of osmosis, and today we'll see the types of osmotic solutions. We know what is osmosis. Osmosis means movement of water molecules, only liquid. Okay, not only water, it might be any liquid. So, movement of liquid or water from its higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Clear? And I already explained the types of osmosis also. I told you to some experiments in home also. Some of them they did and I got some results also. Now today let us see the types of osmotic solutions. So osmotic solutions of three types. Okay, there are three types. First one, hypotonic solution. Second one, isotonic solution. Third one, hypertonic solutions. So what are the three types of solutions? Hypotonic solutions. What are the three types of solution? Hypotonic solution and isotonic solution and hypertonic solution. There are three types of solutions. First we'll see the definition for this and you can able to understand the types of solution clearly. First we'll see the hypotonic solution. What do you mean by hypotonic solution means? We know what is solution. Solution means solvent plus solute equal to solution. So for example, how we'll prepare a solution? Imagine if when we take a glass of water, when we add a 1 teaspoon of sugar, sugar is solute, water is solvent and we'll get a sugar solution. This is the process of making us one kind of solution. Very simple solution this one. And come to this one, hypotonic means if you are taking a glass of water, if you are adding only one teaspoon of sugar or salt, meaning here if you are adding less solute and you will get a solution, means that solution will call it as hypotonic solutions. What is hypotonic solution? A solution should contain less solute. Okay, for example, if you added 1 teaspoon of sugar or salt, means you can able to add 9 more teaspoon to the solution also. So that solution contains only less solute particles, means that solution will call it as hypotonic solution. Clear? So what is hypotonic solution? A solution contains less number of solute particles, means that will call it as hypotonic solution. So, which has an osmotic concentration lower than another solutions. Here always we used to compare two solutions. Why? Osmosis will happen, it will happen between two things only, from two neighboring cells or two areas only. It will happen between two cells or two organs only. So, here you want to remember, always they used to compare. So here hypotonic solution has an osmotic condition lower than that of the another solution. Clear? That is only we'll call it as hypotonic solution. Next one, isotonic solution. Isotonic solution means here when we compare both two solution, means two solution also contains equal number of solute particles. So that will call it as isotonic solution. So in isotonic solution there is no movement of water or there is no exit of water molecules also. That will call it as isotonic solution. Normally isotonic solution they'll use in laboratory. Example for isotonic solution is Ringer's solution, RINGERS, Ringer's solution. Normally they'll use in laboratory only. But what is the example for hypotonic solution? If you take a glass of water, if you add 1 teaspoon of sugar, that is only your hypotonic solution. Clear? So now we are clear with hypotonic solution, less number of solute particles. Isotonic solution means when we compare two solutions, both the solutions contains equal number of solute particles. That will call it as isotonic solution. Next come to the third type, hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution means here the solution contains more number of solute particles. Imagine if you are taking a glass of water, in that if you add a 10 spoon of sugar or 10 spoon of salt, means that solution will call it as hypertonic solution. So more number of solute particles in the solution is called hypertonic solution. So here the concentration of solution is more. If you drink this hypertonic solution, you will taste very salty or very sweety. and if you tasted the hypotonic solution means that is not that much. You can able to drink even the whole glass of water with the whole glass of solution itself. So hypotonic means less number of solute, isotonic means equal number of solute, and hypertonic means more number of solute. So here which has an osmotic concentration higher than that of the other solution. So this one we'll call it as hypertonic solutions. So how many types of solution we have? So we have seen till now hypertonic, isotonic and hypertonic solutions. And imagine if you did an experiment means in that if you kept dry grapes inside the water, which is called hypotonic, which is called hypertonic, you write and post it to my number. And if you kept a lemon inside the salt, which is hypotonic, which is hypertonic, and from that you can able to understand your concept clearly. Clear, children? Next we'll move on to the next one, types of osmosis. This is the things will happen normally what we are keeping the resins or a lemon with the salt. So normally hypertonic solution, when we keep a cell inside the hypertonic means, suppose if you are keeping a lemon inside the salt means, and we know which is a hypertonic solution, your salt. So automatically water will move from your cell, water will move out from your cell into the outer environment. This will call it as hypertonic solution. And isotonic means there is no inside also, there is no outside also. And hypotonic means when we are keeping a resin inside the water, normally water will move from outside to inner side. Normally water will move from outside to inner side. So this one will call it as a hypotonic solutions. So here very simple, you want to understand hypotonic, isotonic, hypertonic. These three also based on the solute content which is present in the solutions. So if you are keeping if you are keeping your things in a hypertonic solution, automatically all water molecules will come out from the lemon. Imagine if you are keeping a lemon, when you are keeping a lemon inside the salt, normally from that lemon all your water molecules will come out. After one day, if you notice that lemon will shrink. Okay, lemon will shrink. So if it is shrink means that will tell that cell was died. Why? If there is no water molecules inside the lemon means automatically we'll call it as the cells were died, or we'll call it as shrinkage of the cells would takes place. That shrinkage only we'll call it as plasmolysed. Okay, plasmolysed. Why we are called as plasmolysed means plasma means protoplasm, lysed means death. Here protoplasm will die. So that is only we'll call it as plasmolysed. So what could be the example for plasmolysis? Your pickle preparation. Normally what your mother will do, your mother will cut the lemon and they'll keep it inside the salt. And after 1 or 2 days, if they notice the lemon and also the mango, they all will shrink, meaning all the water content will come out from the lemon or mango, and all the water content will come out means the protoplasm should contain nearly 90% of water. If all the water content is come out from the protoplasm will die. So that is only we'll call it as plasmolysis. Plasma means protoplasm, lysis means death. So here death of the protoplasm will call it as plasmolysis, and you can get a pickle. So and pickle you can be able to keep it for 6 months or 1 year without any preservatives also. Why? Here if water content is present only, it will decay. If there is no water content means automatically it won't decay. Okay, it won't decay or it won't get spoiled. That is the process behind plasmolysis. I think now we are clear with plasmolysis. And isotonic solution means there is no entry and exit also. So the condition will call it as flaccid. Flaccid means acid. And here if the resin, if the dry grapes, if you are keeping inside the water and automatically it swelled, resin also it will swell. If you are keeping seed inside the water means the seed also gets swelled. So if the seed is swelled means that condition will call it as turgid. Okay, that condition will call it as turgid. So turgid means it gets swelled, it will become big in size. Plasmolysis means it will shrink. and flaccid means it is a normal condition, there is no entry and exits. That's all about the hypertonic, hypotonic, isotonic solution and how you can able to follow in your day-to-day life. Imagine if you are keeping your fingers inside the soap water for 10 minutes, okay, 10 minutes. After, not 10 minutes, and even for half an hour also. After half an hour, what kind of changes you can able to see in your finger, and you notice and you write which is hypertonic, which is hypotonic. You just post it to me. That is only your homework today. And next we'll see the difference between next we'll see the one more concept, very easy only. Okay, passive transport. Till now we saw active transport. It will move from higher concentration to lower concentration. Osmosis, types of osmosis, and also types of osmotic solution. What is plasmolysis? What is flaccid? What is turgid? Now we'll move on to the passive transport. Here you want to remember, already we are thorough with the osmosis. Here we want to see the diffusion alone. I already told osmosis means movement of solution or movement of liquid or movement of water from its higher concentration to lower concentration, and only liquid. And here one more concept you want to remember. Osmosis, diffusion means here movement of gas or movement of solid or movement of liquid. It can be anything. It may be liquid or solid or gas from its higher concentration to lower concentration, but without a semi-permeable membrane is called diffusion. So what is the difference between diffusion and osmosis? Diffusion and osmosis both also move from higher concentration to lower concentration, but diffusion there is no need for semi-permeable membrane, but osmosis they need a semi-permeable membrane. And osmosis only liquid, and diffusion liquid also, solid also, gases also. That is only diffusion, this is only osmosis. So here also movement of substance like solid, liquid or gas from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration till equilibrium is maintained is called diffusion. Next we'll move on to the next one, difference between diffusion and osmosis. And here you want to remember, it can occur in any medium. It can be in liquid, gas or solid, and osmosis it occurs only in liquid medium. And diffusion does not require a semi-permeable membrane, and in osmosis they require a semi-permeable membrane. And what could be the example for diffusion? Imagine if your mother is preparing biryani, automatically you can able to get a smell in your dining hall, and that is only we'll call it as diffusion. Here movement of gas from its higher concentration to the lower concentration. And if your father is keeping agarbatti in a puja room, and you can able to get a smell in your living room, what is that? That is also movement of gas from higher concentration to lower concentration, but here there is no semi-permeable membrane. That will call it as diffusion. Okay, this is only diffusion and this is osmosis. Both also higher to lower, but osmosis only water with the semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion there is no need for semi-permeable membrane. That's all about your concept, children. So today we saw types of osmotic solution and types of osmosis, passive transport, and difference between diffusion and osmosis. And one more very little topic is alone pending in this chapter, that I will take in next class. Thank you, children. Write notes, what and all I gave homework, you just post it to me, then only it will be interesting. Thank you.